Hey everyone, today I'm going to be going over all the signs and stages of a twin flame journey to help you know if you're on a twin flame journey. Sign number 1, you feel this intense magnetic fiery attraction with this person and you can't really explain it. You feel like you just have this explosive connection with them and you just feel like magnets where you feel pulled and gravitated towards them. Sign number 2, you don't get to talk to them for too long before that first separation phase. It will be on average between 6 to 8 weeks. It can go up to 3 months, but it varies from person to person. It's a very brief encounter, basically. You don't really get to date them. And also, with most cases, you don't even get to be intimate with them. That's not for everybody, but in most of my clients and many cases, you don't get to be intimate with them before the first separation phase. Sign number 3, dark night of the soul. This usually happens at the time you're about to lose contact with that person or right after you've lost contact with this person. And dark night of the soul is a spiritual depression, which consists of lots of anxiety, panic attacks, uncontrollable crying. You can't sleep, you can't eat, which then you end up losing a lot of weight. And you will most likely have suicidal thoughts because you have no idea why you're feeling this way. It makes you feel like you're going crazy and that you need mental help. Sign number 4, your dark night of the soul leads you to your spiritual awakening, meaning you want to get help. You usually seek help from a therapist first, because that's what you know of more, a counselor, a psychiatrist or such. And then you go to a spiritual healer because you realize that you need help in the spiritual forum. And then after you get that guidance, you then become spiritually enlightened. Sign number 5, you realize that you have obsessive thoughts about this person and they won't stop, even though you don't want to think about this person because it doesn't really make sense to you since you don't know much about them. And it's something that doesn't ever happen to you. Like normally when you've had obsessive thoughts about somebody in the past, it's because you actually had a relationship with them or you had something with them. But when this case, a twin flame, you typically don't have a foundation, a relationship with them in the beginning. So it doesn't make sense to obsess over them. Number 6, and this is in no particular order, all your insecurities and traumas will come to surface because of this person. Not intentionally from them. They didn't do anything to trigger you. It's just you are getting triggered because you have to become the best version of yourself. Sign number 7, shortly after Dark Night of the Soul or while you're in Dark Night of the Soul, that's when you hear about twin flames and then it clicks for you that you are on a twin flame journey. It's not while you're looking for any information, it just happens to show up. Sign number 8, which kind of goes hand in hand with the obsessive thoughts, but you realize you can't move on from this person and you feel like you're going crazy. So you try doing the cord cutting, nothing works. No one understands why, because every other person that you've moved on from took maybe like a month or less. And with this person, you just can't move on no matter how hard you try. And it's because they're there for a reason. And no matter how much time passes by, they're still on your mind and in your heart. Sign number 9, every time you do try to move on, say you try to cut the energetic cord with them, or you ask God to assist you, you actually then get bombarded with signs and synchronicities left and right about them to remind you of them that you are on this journey for a reason. And when you ask God for signs to let you know if you are on the journey or not, you actually get the signs shortly after. Sign number 10, you can't sleep with other people or date other people because you feel like you're cheating on your twin flame, even if you've never been with your twin flame or have been intimate with them. Sign number 11, you have extremely, extremely vivid dreams with this person and it feels so real. Like if you're having skin to skin contact with in the dream, you feel like you're really touching their skin or you feel the warm energy around them as if they're really there around, like you just wake up feeling like you felt them. Or you have cosmic-like dreams. They're very spiritual, very prophetic, very just out of this world type of dreams. You can see like light beams around them, for example, just very cosmic, and you don't have these types of dreams with anyone else. Sign number 12, you realize you mirror each other in so many ways. You may have had similar life paths. You may have many interests, very similar interests, or you have very similar personalities, or let's say you have an addiction in something, they also have an addiction in something. It doesn't have to be the exact same addiction, but it's very similar. Or if you feel like they're running, like their shadows will be very similar to your shadows. So if they're running from you, it's because you're actually running from yourself. Things like that. Sign number 13, you may see their eyes or their facial features when you're looking in the mirror at yourself. This hasn't happened to too many of my clients, but it is a very strange phenomenon. So basically you're looking in the mirror and let's say you don't even look like them. You will suddenly feel like you're seeing their eyes looking at you when you're looking in the mirror, or your facial features, your forehead or your face shape or something like that. I have noticed with some of my clients, a lot of my clients actually, they do look a lot like their twin flame. Not all, but a lot of them do. Sign number 14, you love them unconditionally. You actually learn what unconditional love is through your twin flame. You can never really be mad at them for too long. You hold no resentment and you can't really explain why, but you just feel this like feeling of bliss and pure joy and love for them, kind of like you want to nurture them. Sign number 15, you have telepathic experiences with them. So what can happen is you may be able to smell them. You'll smell their cologne out of nowhere or perfume. You'll get clear visuals of them. You will hear them in your head. You're just in your thoughts, just them saying random things at you. And you can also feel them energetically. So you may be able to feel anger or sadness or nervousness when you were just fine minutes prior. Sign number 16, you have this huge urge to work on yourself. You want to become the best version of yourself for yourself, but also for your twin flame, because you feel like they deserve the best. You just see so much light in them that you don't want to be anything less than what they deserve. Sign number 17, if you do have sex with your twin flame, everybody says it's literally the best sex you will ever have, guaranteed. It is very cosmic. You feel like you are pretty much out of this world and you're just extremely connected with them in the bedroom. Even if you're having self-pleasure thinking of them, it is very cosmic and like you're having an outer body experience. Sign number 18, you doubt that you're even on the journey, even though you get signs left and right about it, because you're just tired of it and you want to move on. Last one of all, you finally come to peace with the journey and you surrender and trust in divine timing. And you have divine inner union with yourself. If you're struggling with this one, feel free to book a session with me as I can help you find that peace within yourself.